These are the winners of the 2017 Abd el Kader Global Leadership Prize. The annual prize is awarded to U.S. college and high school students whose essays describe the significance of Emir Abd el Kader's life and its lessons for today.
I'm very fortunate to have won this essay contest, and also, most importantly, to have read about Abd el Kader's story, because if it wasn't for this project, I wouldn't know him. So my essay is basically about my family's struggle in our community. We have Muslim relatives. I have 10 Arab cousins. And now how I see the faith Islam is very different than how I used to see it when I was a child.
As a student who has overcome academic struggle, Abd el Kader's story has proven me even further the importance of hard work. He's proof that if you're willing to work for your beliefs and are passionate about what you are fighting for, there's really nothing that can stand in your way.
Whether it be in treating prisoners at a time of war, or when he himself was a prisoner, whether while resisting the French or defending the Christians of Damascus, Emir Abd el Kader always stood on the side of justice. So when settlers came to the state in the 1840s, they decided to name their town after someone who exemplified their own American principles. And in their quest for an honorable model, they did not hesitate in choosing a Muslim leader who embodied the highest Islamic values. Today in America, many view Islam as alien. What they may not know is, while they follow certain politicians who spew hate about Islam and Muslims in America, their own ancestors chose a different path by recognizing and honoring Abd el Kader's place among the greatest leaders in history. So as I stand here today, as an Algerian American and Muslim student, I hope to follow Emir Abd el Kader's example, not just by winning an essay contest about him, but by changing the way others view Muslims like me and minorities.
I went to school at a private Christian school, and it was very classical, and so we were taught a lot about heroes from all different walks and from all different time periods. And so we learned about great Greek and Roman heroes, Aristotle, Marcus Aurelius, all through the ages, great founders who wrote the Magna Carta that gave us a sense of law and order. And so I had never heard of Abd el Kader. And so I'm so happy to have found the project, because it's given me one more hero to look up to and to use it as an example in my life. It's just very important to me to have found him and to now share that story, because it's such a powerful and just larger-than-life story that I'm just so blessed to have found. So, thank you.
If everyone could just talk about what you felt was the most important lesson that you've learned and how you may see its relevance today.
So I think what struck me about his life is how his education allowed for him to become who he was. Like at 14, he already studied different sciences, mathematics, Greek philosophy, like all these different things that I'm 15, I don't know like half of those things at all. And so that allowed him, like when he was fighting the war, he knew exactly what he was doing, and it led him to be not only like a war hero and a warrior, he became a leader, and he was actually a scholar. So it's not like he only could lead his troops in battle. He couldn't just he couldn't just fight, he couldn't just show his people like religion and teach religion. He encompassed all those things.
What impacted me most is that Abd el Kader is his life skill and how he traveled at a very early age, and he immersed himself in a different culture when he traveled and tried to learn about other cultures and other faiths too. And that is definitely what, as a youth, we should do, because as a Christian, I didn't really know about Islam, and I wasn't open to learn about it because of my society. So definitely youths should learn about Islam and other faiths, not just Islam, but other faiths too.
There's a lot of people that we know of and are taught about in school and that we revere in society that haven't done as much as he did. And so I think it's just important that he becomes known. He needs to be in textbooks for history courses, and professors need to introduce him to the classroom. He needs to be in the conversation, because what he did was so important not for just back then, but for today.